Hello, people. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. This is TheSkullKlown, guys. Obviously, hopefully you guys watched that other video. If not, well then, you can watch this over here. Sorry. For making all stupid noises like that. Don't get old. No. Especially if you're an old soul, you're old soul, and you're like, But, hey, you woke up for a reason, right? So there's that. So, before I get started here, guys, I want to untie my shoes and shit. Oh, shit. Want to relax, put my feet into nature, get grounded and shit. Okay. So, alright. Alright. So, anyways, this whole thing, plasma energy, baby. But, anyways, this whole thing about the 80s and 90s kids, the 80s and 90s kids, the reason they got targeted, obviously, like a recap, the reason they got targeted is because they were going to be the future. They were going to wake up before anybody else. That's why some of your parents and grandparents are from like the 50s and 70s and shit, and they don't know what the fuck's going on. They only know that one thing, that Jesus is coming. Yeah, Zeus is coming to fucking, to go after his own fucking kind, his own people, But, that ain't gonna happen with the whole war that's gonna happen. So, and the reason they talked about, the reason they were doing that more in the 80s, like in the 90s too, is because obviously, all the stuff that you see in the 90s, like these video games and movies, like I said in my other video, part 1, those are real. They saw us doing that in the astral realm. And we can do that. Once the whole thing happens, we can do that. We'll be able to do that soon. Some of us can do that right now. Some of us already know we have these abilities because we go to the astral realm and stuff. I've been noticing around here, they're closing a lot of roads. Let's just say something. Obviously around here, if you see that fogginess around here a little bit, again, if you see that fogginess around here a little bit, I don't know if you could see it really good in this camera, but there's like some type of fog in the air, And that fog in the air is the smoke that's happening with California. It's coming over here. Obviously the planet is coming through here and everything like that. Planet X is coming through here. So, in the 80s, I believe they talked about global warming. The reason they talk about global warming in the 80s is because we were rising. We were rising in frequency. That the whole thing started in the 80s. Like in the 70s, it was about the war on drugs. The 70s was about, the 70s was war on drugs. The 80s were about global warming. The 90s is all about AIDS. Sorry, I'm like saying and I'm just thinking right now. And there's just a lot of shit that's happening to this planet that is affecting us right now. Every time we get upset, every time we get pissed off or mad, I think I'm on an anthill. Every time we get pissed off and mad, the community rises and rises. And it's very hot today. Nice and hot today. Woo. Excuse me. But You know, there's butterflies around, birds are chirping and stuff. It's great. It's a beautiful day today. Beautiful day. You know, get grounded in nature, baby. Hell yeah. You know, but the sun is really important for us. Do you want to say that the sun is bad for your skin and shit like that? No, it's bad for their skin. And there's a YouTuber that pointed out that even if you're color, the sun could hurt you too. Why? It's because he said this too. It's because you're not harmony with the planet. You're not meditating. You're not veggieing, basically. That's what's happening. And shout out to God Jamal. God Jamal also said that every time we feel like that type of heat, when it gets hot on our skin and stuff like that, and we'll like feel hot, it's because all the shit that we've been eating, it's killing it off. The sun is killing all the bad shit that we ate. So you guys got to eat pretty healthy and shit like that, man. You guys got to eat healthy. You know, I'm gonna move over here, but all of us need to eat healthy and shit like that. None of this junk food and stuff like that. Not to say we can't have junk food. It's just that our ancestors mostly ate nothing. Actually, they mostly ate the sun. You know, and you see the heat. Can I put this? Okay, you see the heat. I feel the heat, but it feels really good, to be honest. The heat feels really good under my feet. So the heat is rising in the planet mainly because there's a lot of things happening to the planet, and this is what they want to hide from us in the 80s. Because in the 80s, again, the Kundalini was rising and heating up and shit, and that's how they were noticing, oh shit, this shit's over for us. This is endgame, you know. And even still, some of them were like, oh yeah, whatever, this is endgame, whatever. We're still gonna rule and shit like that. And then they thought that this day would never come, but it has. This day has come for you motherfuckers. This day has come, right? There's no authority anymore, people. We're the authorities now. Okay? We're the authorities. Right? All of these people, all of these wicked motherfuckers are not on this planet anymore. Some are, but they're trying to get out. So right now, you wicked beings trying to do anything you can to dumb us down. You guys are fucking stupid. You're wasting your precious time to try to get out of here. Even though we're finding you, but it's your choice. Either still do what you're going to do in the sky, still do what you're going to do to us on a daily basis, or stop the whole system completely and get the fuck out of a fucking goddamn planet. Alright? Because literally, man, I'm ready to fucking kill you motherfuckers, man. I'm ready to fight you. Alright? Fucking, you pick up a wand, any wand around here, and you're fucking... You know, you fight their shit, man. This is a wand. Something they don't want you to think of, you know? You see this right here? All of this. Destroyed nature and shit. Them, like, look, you see that X over there? You see that? They want to cut those fucking trees down. For more fucking space like this. For more space like this. This is the time we're in, people. Why are they doing construction now if everything is supposed to be in lockdown? Oh, but things are reopening. It's bullshit. It's always been bullshit. They're lying to your ass, man. You and I know that shit. Alright? Anything that these motherfuckers say is a fucking lie. It's a complete opposite. Global warming. Nope. The ice caps are melting. We need to stop it. Nope, you ain't gonna stop it. Make video documentaries. That's the thing. A lot of people want to be like, oh yeah, stop the ice capsules and shit. Okay, but you're giving the money to the government. What are they using it for? They're not using it to stop the ice. Just like I said in my other video. When you tell your family members and shit, how you going to stop the ice from melting? They look at you like, yeah, because they don't know how to fucking stop the fucking goddamn ice, nigga. Right? Oh, don't say nigga. No, I'm going to say nigga because that's what we are. We're Nagas, baby. We're Nagas and Guineas. That's what we are. All right? That's what we are. All right? That's what we are. And they knew this around the 80s and 90s. You see how I usually go circle around here? Most people might get distracted and shit. But I like to put things full circle. Sometimes I get distracted, but there's a reason for it. It connects to what I'm talking about. If you really hardcore, really listen and see, hell, you can even see when your eyes are closing and be like, holy shit, I know what you're saying, man. I know what you're saying, brother. I got you, you know? Some people see other things, which is fine. Like the whole thing that that video that I uploaded about the trees and shit, I love that you guys commented on that. I love you guys for that shit. Because right there, right here, you see the tree branch like moving and shit, right? Obviously, that's just because of the wind, as you can see right here, you know? But in that video I showed you, there was no fucking wind. There was no wind and shit. And yeah, someone pointed out that, yeah, it could have been like a hologram, like the extraterrestrials are just moving it to fuck you over or distract you or something like that, or just to like make sure you're paying attention and shit like that. Make sure they're like, you seeing what you're seeing, basically. Because they can fuck anything around here and people won't even fucking pay attention because they're stupid like that. I'm saying to the people that are not paying attention because they're just not paying attention. There's a video out there that's called Stay 3 Woke that shows little kids getting kidnapped and no one's not doing anything. Now, it could be, from what I heard from Al Jamal, it could say that it's just a video of testing people to see if they would do anything, and none of them didn't do anything. So it could be just a test video just to test people. Hey, what if we just have a kid right there and we just kidnap them even though we know them, but I wanted to see what people's reaction would be. And the reaction was nothing. They didn't care. They let those kids get kidnapped. And if it was real, they let those kids get kidnapped. Plain and simple. I remember showing my mom and my sister this, and they were like, that's fucking goddamn crazy. And I'm like, exactly. Even if it was a stage, just showing that, hey, you know, what would people do if they kidnap these kids? You should still do fucking something, man. The fact that you don't do anything while you saw that shit, you just gave up on your future generation. I hope you know that. You did. You just gave up on your future generation, you dumb motherfuckers. You gave up on, how many generations you gave up from this child sex trafficking and them getting eaten and slaughtered? How many generations that we turn our backs to because of you motherfuckers? See, this is why the government hates. They don't want us to talk like this. They don't want us to have an open mind. They don't want us to talk about things that they don't want to talk about. Like, for example, me and my brother-in-law were talking about, I said this is my other live stream. Me and my brother-in-law were talking about, you know, if our generation was in the 60s, would this government system be even around? No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't. It wouldn't. If our generation came in the 60s, this shit would have ended. This shit would have been gone by now. Why do you think in the 60s they decided to do that whole movement, the whole what is it, fight for your rights and shit? Even what is it, even the whole shit with Martin Luther King. I used to know a lot about Martin Luther King, and then when I found out he was a sellout. He was a sellout. Instead of him telling people, all people, wake the fuck up and stop and we're not all the same person, he was promoting that we are the same people. That famous speech, I have a dream. Famous speech, y'all. I hope you know about it. You know? That speech is fucking, in a way, blasphemy to our fucking color people, man. Why? Because we're not all the same. We're not. We've never been the same. If we were the same, why in the fuck are they suppressing us right now? Color people. And why the fuck they're killing color people off? What, they're showing it on the news? I'm sure white people are killing their own white people off too. But why are you seeing more of this either Hispanic killing Hispanic or black versus black? It's because they're doing it on purpose. And shout out to Sirius Temple. Sirius Temple even pointed out that there's even people walking around here just as color people. They have a mask on. And they showed this in, what is it? We Are Woke YouTube channel. Go to their YouTube channel. They literally showed a clip recently of the Simpsons, Bart Simpson getting the shot, and then his ear swells up. And then when the doctor goes to the other doctor that looks like him, the guy that is the bartender of the whole of the Simpsons episodes, the guy that Homer always goes to the bar and all that, I forgot his name, but he takes off the black mask, which is the doctor that gave Bart the shot, basically, and he's like, yeah, I guess I'll just leave now since you did your job, you know. They're telling people of some doctors are not really the doctors that you see. They've been knowing this shit for quite a while, and already they're fucking chemtrailing here. They love to chemtrail. They love it. They love it. Because they think it's gonna do something. Ain't gonna fucking do shit, you motherfuckers. Alright, excuse my language, but I know a lot of people might not like that, might not like my language, but hey, that's just the way I talk. If you want to listen to other people, that's fine. I'm not gonna be angry or anything like that. But look, actually. Let's go back over here, actually. You see how it's all foggy? You see how it's all foggy? Tell me over there it doesn't look kind of foggy. At first, I thought it was foggy because all of this construction shit at first. But no. It's not. They stopped doing construction. And it's still foggy. This is how you know the Kundalini is rising, my people. Alright? Shit is rising. Okay? And this is what they knew back in the 80s and 90s. That's why they pushed so many fucking cartoons and video games, man. Look, I like to call our generation, the 90s generation, the Kirby generation. Because, you know, the game Kirby. I don't want to say we're millennials. That's bullshit. That's something that these fucking orcs decide to make. I'm going to call us Kirbys. We're the Kirby generation, alright? Because if you notice Kirby, the puffball from Nintendo, have you noticed Kirby is indestructible? And inside of Kirby is the cosmos itself. Inside Kirby, that is us. We are Kirby. We are Mennonite, maybe. Some of these fucking Nintendo characters, we are, baby. Like Mario, Luigi, man. Freaking some of our ancestors, some of our people are described as that in some of these Nintendo things. And you see Donkey Kong, right? Donkey Kong is what these orcs used to look like. And yes, they used to kidnap all women. Why do you think the whole thing with the first Donkey Kong game came out? In the 80s. You see that? You see that? Oh shit. But yeah, you see that? I think I stepped on something that's... There's nothing sharp around here. You know those plants that have like thorns and all that? I think I stepped on one. Because that shit pricked. But again, so going back to the Super Mario Brothers game, well, the Donkey Kong game. Donkey Kong is an orc, and Mario Jumpman is us. Alright, they just put a white man's face on it, and he's saving his woman, his goddess, you know. This is what these orcs were really doing. It's funny that Shigeru Inomoto, which is also another orc, knew about that shit. He knew what we were doing. There's fucking popos around here, man. Fucking pigs, that's what they are, man. San tan tan, shiki shiki shinin'. Uh-oh. But let's see. I just wanna... I'm just testing my foot real quick because... Okay. But, feel that, maybe. Feel that. I love the way that feels, man. The breeze. Real air, man. This is air from nature. Alright? You know? And have you noticed sometimes the atmosphere? You're barely feeling the air of the atmosphere. That's for a reason. That's for a reason. We're going back to what we used to breathe. We used to breathe a different type of air. We didn't breathe this type of air that we know as oxygen or the atmosphere. Right? We used to breathe something that the trees used to breathe. They still breathe it because we give it. But sooner or later, everything that's around here is gonna become alive, become big, and everything like that. Why do you think they want to fucking cut these trees down, man? They want to cut these fucking trees down because they know they're gonna become alive soon. They're not stupid. They're not stupid. Seriously, they're not stupid. They know what's gonna happen around here on this planet. Right? You know, sooner or later, there's a lot of Puerto Ricans over here, and everyone's gonna live like they're in Puerto Rico here again. Why? Because what's going to happen to the planet? This planet is shifting, all right? This planet is shifting, and there's no going to be there's no more government. The government's gone. The only people that is keeping it afloat is all these pedophiles and shit. And even then, that's going to be over too, because we're going after them, and it's ending. Some fucking agent type shit, probably. I don't know, but you see these? You see these right here? You see these? Did you know we can actually use those? We can actually use those to make photos. There's one right here. Hold on. There's one right here. Those could be portals. Already, I can grab these rocks and make it into a portal right now. You know? Like, they give me a lot of options here. They gave me a lot of options here. Look, there's even some rocks here anyways. You see how this works? You know, you're building. Sometimes it's just here, and you could just build. Just grab shit, build, you know. Grab this shit, put it right here. Now it's just more cosmic energy and everything like that, because you're putting it all together here. And you just have to go like that. Imagine what's coming off of this, and you just have it in. I'm already doing this, and I already feel the fucking electricity and the heat from this thing. Yeah, when my hand gets stiff like that, that's how I know it's the electricity is going right through me. Yeah, see, it's fine like this, but when it comes to here, yeah, I can barely do it. Ha! Yo, man, yo, I fucking love it, man. I love it. I love it. I love when I could do that shit. See, I just showed you a great demonstration right there, man. I love it. We used to be we're wizards and witches, guys. And look, there's a butterfly over there, man. A beautiful butterfly. Beautiful. But so back to what I was saying about the 80s and 90s kids. The 80s and 90s kids, they grew up to be fearless. They grew up to be wise. They grew up knowing that things are happening around here that are completely different. You know? Look at this shit. Look at that, covering up the sun and everything like that. Look at that spaceship, though. You see that spaceship? It's huge, right? But you know what? All spaceships are bigger. You see those people right there? I thought that lady over there was a fucking agent, because, you know, just she goes around right here and then goes right in the back of me right there. Motherfucker. When you follow a stupid pattern like that, come on, man. Oh, maybe she just wants a ton. That's fine. Go ahead, do it. But when someone's in tune and spiritual with themselves, come on, man. Remember, this is the Truman Show. A lot of people want to be like, oh, you have anxiety and shit like that. No, this is the Truman Show, baby. We live in the Truman Show. Oh, shit. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to... There's a tree right here. I'm trying to, like, Continue, not finish. Continue. Let me take this out. Can it fit? No. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. But, and look, they want to cut this tree down too. So you're saying, motherfuckers, you want to cut all of this shit off just for fucking space? We're part of fucking nature, man. And I know exactly what they're trying to do. I don't know why. Because this whole system is gone. Alright? The 80s and 90s kids are not gonna take your shit anymore. We're not gonna take your shit anymore. We're tired of your bullshit. That's why the earth is changing. Every time I talk about your bullshit, I get a little bit frustrated or more angry. You guys don't want me that. You guys don't want me when I'm angry, basically. Why do you think they made Incredible Hulk for? Some of us are Incredible Hulk. Some of us can turn into fucking cosmic serpents or great cosmic serpents. Our spaceships are way bigger than that. I hope you guys know that. They're way bigger. They cover fucking states and continents. They don't cover, This is not even the whole state. They barely even cover a fucking state. They don't even fucking cover a fucking goddamn country. So, look at that. They took the sun out of here and there's barely sun any beaming. See, the sun loves me. It always beams at me. That's how I know I'm in tune and spiritual with myself. That's how I know that I've done the work. I meditated. I've done the fucking goddamn work. I know thyself. Alright? I know thyself. Okay? And I want to talk about, and if you're a parent watching this and you had a child in the 80s and 90s, I want to say this. I hope you didn't treat your child like shit because the child knew more than you. I'm older than my mother. My soul is older than my mother. Okay? Your soul, if you're young, if you're in your 20s or younger, your soul is younger than your parents and your grandparents. That's why they couldn't see the bullshit that they couldn't see. Look, I was talking to my grandfather about some of this stuff, and he knows the truth. He knows what was going on. That's why he's stocked up on food and everything. And he's a hardcore fucking religious person. Okay? But he knows. He got prepared and shit. He told my grandmother. My grandmother was like laughing at it, and he's like, well, she doesn't listen, but I'm stocking up. My mother didn't stock up until I started stocking up. She realized, oh shit, he's not playing. He's not fucking playing. See, this is how you get people. When you start acting a certain way and doing some things, they be like, oh shit, this motherfucker's serious. Yeah, you think I'm fucking playing around here? See, it's one thing for you to speak, but once you have an action to do it, that's when they listen. See, they listen more to action than you talking. And it's sad because a lot of people out here will be like, oh, I don't believe this stuff is going to happen and stuff like that. Okay, that's why nature herself has to be active for you to see. But it'll be too late for you. You'll be drowned by the earth herself. This is the final straw, people. This is it. This is it. This ends. This ends. This has to end this year. Alright? This has to end this year. In my opinion. That's just the way I feel, man. Look, I'm so frustrated and so fed up of this fucking goddamn fucking system that I want it to end last year. I want it to end in 2019. But I knew something was going to happen in 2020, so I waited. And then when the whole convergence happened and shit like that, that's how I knew all the final steps were complete. All the final steps were fucking complete. But obviously your ego would tell you, oh, but nothing happened. You didn't get these abilities and shit. You see, that's your ego type shit, man. That's not you. Because you know what the fuck's going on around here. You knew, truly. That's why when some people, when they smoke weed, they get like a whole bunch of thoughts and everything in their head. Not me. I'm not saying that doesn't happen to me all the time. I'm not perfect or anything like that. It does happen to me, but when it doesn't, it doesn't. You know, because you got to fight off with that shit. You got to fight off. You got to fight with your ego. Sometimes your ego. I remember told my ego once. I'm like, don't you make me dare rip you out of my damn psyche and fight you and kill you. And he stood shut. He stood shut. He barely talks now. My psyche fucking barely talks. That fucking monkey brain. People could have just gone straight through there. I mean, this too, like, come on, guys. Like, you could have gone straight through there, but yet, since you see that, oh, you can't go that way. You have to turn all the way here. You can go straight that way. Or straight over there. There's options, people. There's fucking options. You don't have to turn all the way 360 degrees to me. You see that, with that, I understand. Because you're coming through here, you're turning that way. That's different. But when you're going all like this, come on, people. This guy is probably going to do it too. Nope, he goes straight. See? Smart. See? He's going straight. Smart. So, look, that's how, again, boom, right there. Matrix. Video game. You just speak of what's going to happen and what you thought about and it happened. Sometimes you can just tell too. But so anything else I could talk about before I end this stream? I do want to say that get ready, guys, because this is the last month. This is the last month. Next month is the last month, and some people are getting paid soon. So use that money, stock up on food and water. Right? Alright? Not to say you can't buy your materialism shit, but just so you know, the materialism stuff is not gonna fucking be here soon. Alright? That's beautiful. You hear the birds chirping? Dragons? I love it. So, pay attention to what's out here, and pay attention to what's happening to this planet, and pay attention to the sky. The most important thing. I love it. Every time I look at the sky, it always looks like fucking CGI. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? See, when you tell a friend or a family member, or they think you're crazy, you see how it just turns white? Then you see clouds, white, turn clouds, white. Some people will be like, oh, that's just your camera and shit. The camera shows a lot of things, guys. For kind of loud. Sometimes you can't see a reptilian until you flash that camera, until you take a picture. Alright? That does happen. Because there's something in the camera's catching that you are not seeing. Why do you think they made HD? You think they made HD just for you and me? Bitch, please, they don't give a fuck about you and me. They made HD just to make sure you don't see that shit 24 fucking goddamn 7. Okay? That's why they have HD news and shit like that. We're going digital and shit. And they want to push this narrative of people changing their sex. Now I'm not talking about I'm talking about transhumanism, not trans. Not changing your sex. I'm talking about transhumanism, like putting your brain inside a computer and that's it. And it's funny too, because some people have that mindset of like, yeah, that's the way to go. They've been brainwashed to that fact. And even if they make fun of it, it's like, do you guys really want your brain in a fucking goddamn cloud? No. Then why the fuck are you talking about it then? Hello, McFly? You know? What you say is what it's going to speak to reality. There's things in this planet that people are not willing to see, and they don't care to see. That's them. But right when their home is gone, they want to question everything after that, right? When everything that they know is gone, they want to question everything at that point. Instead of questioning everything when the system was already up. When your suppressors were already here. When your suppressors are gone, you want to question everything now because trees are moving. There's extraterrestrials coming here that are from different from different universes and everything like that. In different lifetimes. Coming here. To help us. Battle this shit. Yes. Alright? That's why if you haven't been in tune and spiritual for yourself, you're going to get body snatched. And I'm not talking about like, abducted type shit. No. You're going to get body snatched by a soul. Either a good one or a bad one. Shout out to Roger Mod, because he said the same shit. And it's true. When he mentioned that, I was like, yep. Exactly. Because there are spirits running around through here. And if you haven't woken up, what do you think is going to happen to you? Look. There was a friend that mentioned that I think he got the jab and shit. I didn't really pay attention because there's no reason to pay attention to people like that anymore. You say what you need to say to them. If they haven't listened, that's them. And you still haven't listened to you, then that's them. I'm sorry. They want to have proof in front of their fucking goddamn face instead of stepping out in the fucking goddamn nature and having proof right there. Step on the fucking goddamn ground. Why is that so hard for you? Why is that so hard for fucking dumbass motherfuckers that think they're fucking goddamn smart to fucking plant their feet in the fucking goddamn grass and meditate 10 or 5 minutes a day? That's why I have a problem with some of these fucking idiots around here, man. That's why sometimes when I be like, I'm smarter than you, oh yeah, I am. I'm fucking smarter than your ass. Because you're not connected to the planet. You want to know what these white people fucking gave you. You want to know what these white people know, but you don't want to know what the planet knows. We already know what they fucking know. They told us it. What do you know about you? I'm so lonely. Well, maybe you haven't meditated. That's how I know you're not. That's how I know you're lonely. You haven't done the fucking work. That's how I know you haven't done shit. Right? And some of us, look, loneliness is a thing. I get it. Even if you do meditate and in tune with yourself, you still feel that type of loneliness because a lot of people, this is a lonely road. A spiritual journey is a lonely road. And when you're lonely and you go through this stuff and you tell people that, they don't want that. They're scared. They get scared. It's in their subconscious mind. They might not be scared right there. In their subconscious mind, they're fucking goddamn scared. So don't tell me you're fucking goddamn scared. Alright? Seriously. And then you drinking and then doing all this type of different drugs, not weed or shrooms, something that comes from nature, but you want to grab something that's a drug that's from man. This is why people have stupid minds. Look, have you ever had a friend that just told you, oh, you can drink that, it doesn't matter, or you can eat meat, even some meats, it doesn't matter. That's how you know they don't want you to grow. No, I want you to grow, I care. No, you don't. Because you fucking goddamn care, you are fucking actually fucking taking consideration, you're not fucking talking about it then, you fucking motherfucker. This is the shit that I sometimes go through and it pisses me off. And then when I'm pissed off, I go to the astral realm and defeat more evil beings. Stop doing this. You fucking idiots, you evil wicked motherfuckers. The more you piss me off, the more I'm going to go to the astral realm and destroy your shit. Yesterday, when I saw some of those trees broke down, when they took them down. Okay, I'm gonna say this right now, you evil motherfuckers. All these trees that you cut down, it's gonna be filled with water. All of it's gonna be water. All these roads that you see, it's all gonna be filled with water. It's gonna be flooded up in here, motherfuckers. Don't you cut my fucking trees down, you motherfucker, because it's gonna be after that with water. Because you decided to fucking cut it down with your man-made shit. I don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck. See my fucking hair spiraling a little bit? That's how you know I'm a 90s kid, man. You know those 90s kids with those widow's peak? All curly and all that shit? I have that crap. See that? Even it's all a little bit curly right here, wally and shit like that. But the reason I say this, guys, is because that's just the way I feel. That's one of the reasons why they're afraid of us, the 80s and 90s kids. Because they knew what type of beings were going to come here. That's why when we have friends and family that will, like, calm down. Motherfucker, I'm not going to fucking calm down. My planet's being fucking tortured with fucking pedophiles. So fuck you. And then they don't want to hang out with you anymore. Good. I don't want to fucking hang out with you anyways. Motherfucker, if you're not here for war, if you're not here to take out your fucking suppressors, if you're not here to fucking take back the planet, then get the fuck away from me. Shit. I don't want to know your ass. I'd rather you be dead. I'd rather you die. Because you don't deserve the air I breathe. You don't deserve the air I breathe. Family member, friend or not, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Because at the end of the day, you're not my family member. You're not my friend. Why? Because when it comes to spiritual fucking people that know thyself, those are my friends and family members, motherfucker. Oh, you don't know them. You know them by your soul. That's how you know them. That's how you know they're part of your fucking damn family, man. My God, my subscribers are more of my family than my family is. My subscribers are more of my friends than my fucking friends are. That is sad. Fucking sad. Alright? This is what happens when you don't meditate? Yes! Simple shit. Just by you not meditating fucks you over tenfold. Okay? Look, I understand sometimes you might miss a day of meditation. That's happened to me. That's fine. But make it back the next day. Just make it back the next day. It's a new day. That's why our ancestors loved. Even if you fuck one day, the next day you could change it. The next day you have it back. It's funny too, I'm talking about all this enlightenment stuff and it's kind of freezing. Some people might say, oh, it's them fucking it over. Sometimes it is, guys. Sometimes it is. But shout out to Raj Jamal, because he said the same thing. Sometimes when we talk spiritually, talk high knowledge, it fucks up the technology because it's not in the high frequency. It's in low frequency. That's why they want you to talk about hate and all this stuff that's about, they want you to talk about some of the stuff like about wars and stuff like that. Like, oh, this is what's happening in China and America and shit like that. No. We are doing that. Our ancestors are doing that. Our family members are doing that because we're tired of your fucking bullshit. We're going to war to your Americans and your fucking Asians. All right? Seriously, man. Seriously. And look, some of you white people and some of you Asian people are nice people. And you know the spiritual shit. Some of you guys know that. That doesn't go to you. That goes to your suppressors and to anyone that fucking is part of that fucking system and wants that system to stay. Look at that, butterfly passed me. So many butterflies always pass me every day. I want to tell you guys this before I end the video too. What if there's two butterflies that are white and they pass by you while you're walking? Two butterflies. They just pass right through you. They're together, flying together, and they, it's romantic. You look at it as it's a beautiful. You want to cry a bit. Nature. These cosmic energies are rising every day. You're trying to make it cold, they can't make it cold. They suck at making it cold. They can't even chemtrail. They try. They try to hide the sun, they try to chemtrail and all that shit, but that's all they can do now. And they can barely even do that anymore. Okay? Sooner or later, it's already hot now, but sooner or later it's going to get hot enough that they're going to tell you to not go outside. And then when you don't go outside, guess what? You're going to turn on the TV and there'll only be one station. And that's when they all talk about the whole sex trafficking, all these celebrities that done sex trafficking and all that shit. And I've been knowing that since 2019. And Roger Moore, when he mentioned it in his video, I'm just like, yeah, I've been knowing that shit since 2019. And supposedly Trump was supposed to show the whole thing, but he's not here. He's dead. The red tie Trump, he's dead. I fought the blue tie Trump. Yeah, there's twins. The red tie, the blue tie one was a Draco. You know, not to say they didn't change ties or anything like that. They have. Right now, the one that you see is a clone. It's a clone. Because I remember one day when I saw him on the news and shit, just watching it, just for the, you know, just to watch a little bit of it. I was not going to watch the whole thing, no. Because I was just about to leave and I saw something when he popped by while my mom was watching. And he looked completely different. And I'm like, that's not him. That's not him. That's the fucking Draco that I fought. And then another one came in. I'm like, that's not him either. That's a clone. I know what he looks like. I know the difference between them. It's so easy. It's so fucking easy. You gotta look at the eyes. You gotta look at the skin texture. You know? And some of them are holograms anyways. Some people might be like, oh no, they don't have holograms or AI technology. Guys, they've been here since 1492. And these extraterrestrials had technology that were advanced back then. Why do you think they're advanced now? See, when you talk about this shit to your friends and family members about the technology they have, they think that it's science fiction type shit. They've been here since 1492. And you mean to tell me that shit that they have is bullshit? Fuck you. Fuck you. Seriously, fuck you. Deserve to get eaten. Seriously, I'm not going to save your ass. You mean to tell me they make movies like The Westworld and Jurassic Park and Jumanji and shit, for example. And you mean to tell me none of that shit's real? None of them, they don't have that technology? Terminator and shit? Fuck you. Stargate. They don't have that technology? They don't know about that technology? Fuck you. Yes, they do. Yes, they fucking do. All my subscribers will know this. But for the dumb motherfuckers that just come here just to be dumb, let them be dumb. Let them be ignorant. I'm just looking at geese flocking. You gotta pay attention to these animals too, man. Because when the birds are not around, when they're reacting to nature, you gotta pay attention to that. All right? That's what pisses me off sometimes about people, man. They want to pay. They want to pay attention to their mundane, pathetic fucking life, but they don't want to pay attention to what's happening with nature. I might get weed after this, because you know, smoking weed is you know, you don't have to smoke weed. I want to talk about that too. A little bit. I know there's a lot of things talking about that, but that's why I put plus more. I think I'm done talking about with the 80s and 90s stuff, but there's a combination right there of what I was talking about. So let's talk about weed real quick. Weed comes from nature. Shrooms come from nature. Okay? And to see if a shroom is poisonous, I found this out on YouTube. Scratch the top of it. If it's yellow, it's poisonous. If it's not poison. That means you can eat it. Shout out to one of that YouTubers, man. I forgot your name, but that's why you need to research on YouTube. That's why you need to have high knowledge. For crying out loud, you're being shocked what you can find on YouTube, man. There's a documentary on Netflix of them and people injecting themselves. And, you know, my friend is up for it and all that shit. And I'm just like, we evolved all by ourselves just by nature. We don't evolve by injecting ourselves with fucking goddamn needles. What the fuck's wrong with you? But yet those people will be like, oh, if we need to reach another high state of evolvement of human, we need to do this. No, we don't. The fuck's wrong with you? That's some orc type shit, man. And most people are like, well, look at our family members. Some of them had eagle heads and bird heads and shit like that, and lion heads. They were born like that. They didn't have to genetically modify their structure to do that. Some, yes. Some did. I'll say that right now. Yes, some did. Because some of them want to be a powerful god. Like a real powerful god. And to be a powerful god is that you have an animal head and a godlike feature. These features that we have that they called humanoid bodies, they're not humanoid. These are god bodies. Titan bodies. These are god bodies. These are bodies that people talk about, Greek bodies. These are the bodies that we have. But these are god bodies. When people talk about, oh, it's a humanoid body, god body. That's what it is. It's a god body. There's some extraterrestrial beings that don't have that god body. Some of them just are slimes. You know those organisms you see in microscopes? Yeah, those are real, but they're like the same size of us, or sometimes bigger. For crying out loud, they show you this in the show Powerpuff Girls. Powerpuff Girls is a great fucking show to tell you what's around here. The Powerpuff Girls showed you a lot of shit. I love that show. I love the Powerpuff Girls, and it was made by a guy, by the way. It wasn't made by a chick. I thought it was, but it was made by a guy. Made sense why there was always fights and shit, kick ass and shit. Not to say a woman can't make an action movie and shit. Look at Wonder Woman. The new Wonder Woman? Hell yeah, that movie turned me on. I'm sorry. Okay, that's what a woman used to look like. A woman used to be that fucking strong and that powerful. And when the actress had that moment of, that Wonder Woman moment when she took off the jacket to show the Wonder Woman outfit and to go up top to the surface to fight the war against these people, and they're like, we need to get up there, and they're like, no, it's, we need to go safe up here, and she's like, no, people are dying up there, and she took off her coat and went up there. That fucking turned me on, man. That fucking turned me on. I fucking love that part of the movie, man. All right? To me, I want to stand up in the movie theater and be like, that's the best superhero moment ever in theater history. All right? Because they saw us like that. They saw us like that in ancient times. They saw a woman like that. Yes, our women were like that. They saw our men going to the war, going on the front lines, protecting our women and children, and we were fucking dying up there when these evil beings came over here. And these women saw us fucking dying and shit, and they're like, we need to go up there, And some of our men were like, no, don't go up there. Just like you see in the movie Wonder Woman. And she was like, no, fuck that shit, I'm going up there. And she was kicking ass. I fucking love that movie, man. I fucking love that movie. Pay attention to that movie, man. Pay attention to that movie. Pay attention to the Star Wars movie, the Transformers movies. The Transformers movies, that's us. The Transformers movies, that is us. They're telling the story of the Transformers movies is the story about us. That's us. Okay? We are the Decepticons. Yes, we are the Decepticons fighting the Autobots. Yes. Okay? We're the Decepticons. Anything that you see in the movies that they portray evil, that's us. Voldemort, that's us. That's us. For crying out loud, Harry Potter had blue eyes. Originally, he was supposed to have green eyes. But they changed it to blue because he couldn't fit with the contact. Even though you couldn't CGI his green eyes. Hello? People mention that. Hardcore Harry Potter fans mention that. But yet, they don't do it in the movies. Why? Because they're telling you something, man. They're telling you something. Why do you think Voldemort said that only I can live forever? He's not wrong. He did wicked things that made him die in the process and make him not come back. Because, look, Voldemort is also us, but it's also these wicked beings. When at the end of the whole saga, when Voldemort faded away and turned into dust, that's what these evil beings are going to be. That's all they can be. They have no soul. What do you think Voldemort slept? He broke his soul into what? 7 Horcruxes? So there's that. There's just a lot of things you gotta pay attention to, people. And I love talking about this stuff because it gets my brain stimulated and it makes me fun talking about this. I feel like a kid talking about this stuff. And you should. You should feel like a child when you're talking about this stuff. That's why they don't want you to talk about it, man. that childness, that innocence that's in you, that's your child. Some people around here don't want to fucking... Some people say that their childhood have died. Some people around here want to be like, oh, I don't have a soul. I remember one time my friend was like, I don't have a soul. And I'm like, I went like that. He's like, yeah, you see? When you do shit like that, people don't want to fucking be like, oh, people get scared right away. You see that? It's funny too, because I got that from SpongeBob. When Squidward was like, please, I have no soul. And it's like, and he's like, yeah. We need to be like SpongeBob. Don't be like Squidward. Be like SpongeBob. Be like SpongeBob. You know, not to say SpongeBob doesn't get angry or upset or cry. Yeah, look at the episodes from SpongeBob season 1 to season 4, and the movie, the first movie. All of the. I love SpongeBob. I do. I love SpongeBob. I always have. The original SpongeBob series from season 1 to 4, you can say season 1 to 3, that's fine, but I'll put 4 there because, you know, it has a special place in my heart. But after that, you should just stop right there. I agree. In the movie, the first movie has a special place in my heart, and the second movie is not that bad, to be honest. They talk a lot of spiritual stuff too. For crying out loud, there's a dolphin, a Normo, that has a third eye necklace, Illuminati necklace, they like to say. But that movie is trippy in itself. I might just get those movies because the SpongeBob movies, when you watch them when you're high, smoking weed and shit, it's good where you're high. Those are good high movies. The SpongeBob movies are good high movies. Just saying. And SpongeBob was telling, it's about Bikini Bottom, and they, you know the whole story about Bikini Bottom, that it got nuked, and now those fishes or people are now like humanoid, god beings of sea life, basically. That's what they are. And I won't be surprised if that's real. The whole story about you hearing about Bikini Bottom in real life, you'd be like, huh. And then they made a TV show about it. Huh. I'm telling you, man, SpongeBob is real. SpongeBob is real. Roger Moore even said that all these cartoon characters you see are real. Yes, they're all. Bugs Bunny, Mickey Mouse, SpongeBob, they are all real. They're real. Some of them are us. Some of them are not. Some of them are real. Why do you think they make movies like Ready Player One and Space Jam 2? You know how in Space Jam 2 there's like different sections of different worlds of Warner Brothers? Yes, that is real. We can go to the DC universe. We can go to the Marvel universe. That's real. That is real. And that's going to become a reality very soon. That's why they show you in these movies. That's a wow moment for a lot of people. I remember when I saw the trailer to Space Jam 2, I was just like, they're literally telling you this. That's why I like the Ready Player One type thing. A lot of people might not like it, to think it's probably been done and shit, but it's like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Who Framed Roger Rabbit's real. I should get that movie too, because Who Framed Roger Rabbit goes to our color people. The cartoons are color people. I hope you know that. That's why they were trying to, you know, get so-called rights and shit like that. To be equal. We're not equal. I'm sorry, we're not equal. We're not equal to these fucking Caucasian people. We're not. We're not. We're not equal. If we were equal, why, again, going back, like I said in this video, a while ago in this video, how long is this video? About 2 hours long? Look, almost an hour. Even in the beginning of the video, I even said, why are they killing us then? Why they use our body parts as weapons? The atomic bomb was made from us. Okay? The last time there was an atomic bomb here was between Enki and Enlil. About fighting about us. About who should be ruling the quote-unquote humans. It was about you guys. It's funny. Enki and Enlil, which is our brothers, fought because of these orcs. They fought because to see if you orcs can become spiritually or not. One side did not want to, wanted you to become slaves because that's what you were made for. In other times, in other ones, you were not. Other beings wanted you to grow a third eye and be knowledgeable. Because since we made you, you could be part of our family. Not to say we can't mate with you. We can't. We can't. Sorry, we can't. That's how it is. Some people might say, "Oh, it's racist," but there's no such thing as race. What are we racing for? We're racing to see who's the better race. I already know that. That's color people, blacks and Hispanics. We're better. Well, yes, we're superior, but none of us don't have that. So, the people that have an ego like that, of like, yeah, we're superior, fuck you. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that, yeah, we're all superior. But that does not mean that we don't love you. Of course we do. What do you think we try to evolve you every time? Every time you fucking fell in vibration, you kept fucking eating your own kind, being cannibalisms and shit. Going back to your fucking wild nature, your wild monkey nature. When I found all of this shit out, I was like, huh. So we're not monkeys at all. We're just plasma balls, and we can become whatever we want to. That's why some of our Anunnaki brothers and sisters can turn into dragons. Some of them automatically are dragons. You know, because that's what they turned into. That's what, when they came to this world, that's what they look like. That's what they choose the form to look like. Okay. That's why when I came to this realm too, that's why when I was born, when I created myself, that's why I decided to take a form of a TheSkullKlown deity, a clown deity that has, think of it as the Grim Reaper, but with a clown nose and makeup and green flames on its head. That's what I am. And yes, he has a dragon tail. The dragon tail is it's not hairy. It might look hairy, but it's not hairy. It has spirals on it. That's ether. That's ether hair. And then it has spikes, it has spikes on it. And it has spikes on the tail like a crocodile. That's me. And I have a fake reptilian tail that you see in Fear Lowly in Las Vegas. You know that movie Fear Lowly in Las Vegas with Johnny Depp? When that whole movie is all about drug trips and everything like that, just people getting high, obviously, but in the movie aspect, it's all about cinematography and what you can do with a movie, but in an Enlightenment way, literally, it's telling you what this man went through in real life. That's why the whole thing with the whole raping scene in that movie, they're like, you just admit that you saw a child got raped, and you put this in your book. Now, you just admitted it. That's why he had to change the names. Yes. Hunter S. Thomas, he had to change the names in the book because of what happened with that little girl. In the movie, the actress, she plays that little girl, but she's 18 in that movie, which, you know, what's her name? Christina Richard. Ooh, I had a crush on her when I was a child, man. Still have a crush on her. She's fucking fine as fuck. All right? You know? But when she made that movie, she was 18 years old. But she was playing an actress that, she was playing a child actor that was about 15, I believe, or 16. I don't know. She was playing a younger character, but she was older in herself. You see how this is? Look at it. Look at all this. It was all day. It was all beautiful. All that sky is. Look at that fucking spaceship. Look at that. It was all sunny and beautiful, but now it wants to fucking goddamn rain. That's what happens when I go outside. When I go outside, this shit's happening. Because I know that I am a temple. That I know I am a fucking tower walking incarnate. I'm a tower. We can make towers around here, yes. But we ourselves are towers. We're cosmic beings. We don't need these towers that we made in ancient times anymore. That they knocked down. We don't need those anymore. We can make them. We can rebuild them, of course. We can rebuild it. But we don't need the towers anymore. That's how strong we became. We became so powerful and so mighty that we don't need structures that can make us more powerful and mighty. That's how long our people have been in the planet. And that's how long we've been in this planet. You know? So, alright, I'm going to end it here soon, guys. So, I hope you enjoyed this live stream. I hope you enjoy this video when it's on YouTube. And if you don't, and if you want to check out my other live streams, I mean my future live streams too, The link to this Facebook group will be in the description box if you're on YouTube, so you can follow it and everything like that. And it's already starting to fucking drizzle. And pay attention to some of these structures, because some of these structures around here, some of these structures you see in the buildings, they're chips. That's what they are. They're chips. Some people be like, no, they're not. They're not chips. They're not chips? Okay, hold on. What do you mean they're not chips? Clear as day, they're fucking chips. Like, over here. You see that right there? You see that building right there? What does that look like to you? When you look at a chip, a microchip, and you look at it from different angles. Look at a microchip from different angles and tell me that doesn't look like a microchip. Okay? Especially when you're taking a plane. When you're in a plane and you're flying through and you look down, everything looks like chips. We live in a simulation, people. Okay? We live in a simulation, and that scares some people. You tell your friends and family that, and that scares them. Because you know why? Because they'll be like, then this whole life that I'm living at is not worth it. There's no purpose to it. There is a purpose to it. But you thinking like that, and in a way that there really isn't a purpose. There isn't. The reason I say that is because the whole job that you're doing, it's not going to do anything. But if you meditate and go within and shit like that, that is how you start growing and start doing shit and start I don't know, not being what I just said, not just living and nothing is no consequences in a way. There's still consequences. If you do something bad, something's going to bite you in the ass and shit like that, obviously. But we're still in a simulation. This simulation is here to make us grow, to help us learn. And these evil motherfuckers took it over. That's why we're taking it back. We made this system for a reason, not the Draco system. This simulation we made a long time ago. A long fucking time ago. Alright? And we knew how the simulation worked. But the thing is, look, our brothers and sisters that are coming back here, they're taking it back. They're taking it back. They're taking it back as it should be, because it belongs to us. Alright? Alright? And look, there's an episode of Rick and Morty. There's an episode of Rick and Morty showing Rick and Morty fighting, and then it zooms out, and then you see like a little dome, hollow earth type shit. But no, it keeps zooming out, and then all of a sudden, you see them inside a spaceship. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? That should tell you that it's a video game, it's a simulation. That's why when they talk about the whole flat earth thing, the earth is not flat, man. The earth is not flat. I'm telling you that right now, the earth is not flat. Okay? So you mean to tell me the moon and the sun are circular, but the planet's flat? If I can make no sense out here, man. And the thing is too, that the reason they make that structure that looks like a flat earth, the reason they make that structure is because over it, like, you know, there's obviously, you know, that whole sucker that makes that quote unquote flat earth. When you break it, there's more lands. See, Spiritual Soul was right. There's a video on it too, on We Are Woke channel. Spiritual Soul was right, and then there's people talking about Antarctica, what's behind the ice walls. I saw what's behind the ice walls. I haven't gone farther up to that, but I've seen what's beyond the ice walls and stuff. I've seen it, and yes, there is more land. There's massive lands, massive water, massive lands. Right? Something they don't want to fucking tell you. They don't want to tell you that shit, but it's true. Right? Why do you think when you look at your globe, especially on the internet, when you look at the globe, the whole map, why do you think you can't go farther from Antarctica and from the North Pole and South Pole, basically? You know? And most people are like, what about the globe Earth that you saw in school? That one's fake. It doesn't show the whole planet structure. It only shows what they want you to see. You see? You see that globe, and that's what you think the planet is, and that's it. No. There's more land masses. And the land masses that they show you on that is way bigger. You want to tell you that, let's say around here, you probably want to say it's about 2,000 acres, right? You want to say it's 2,000 acres. But then when you do the math, when you look at this whole thing, you be like, this motherfucker ain't no 2,000 acres. The fuck's wrong with you? You know? And you know this is not it. You know this whole thing is not 2,000 acres. This is more than that shit. But that's what they will tell you. They will fucking tell you that this shit's 2,000 acres. But when you really look at it, and remember, all of this shit used to be plants before they put cement on it. So what does that tell you? Everything around you used to be a forest. Everything around you used to be all nature. Everything around you was literally a jungle. Everything was a jungle around you. Everything. Right? And there was no flies, no mosquitoes. We had insects, yes, but they were big. They were huge. And all the and all the stuff that the earth is covering up with the floods and everything like that. When the planet's taking the cars and everything like that, the houses, where do you think it's gonna go? Where do you think it's gonna go? I'm thinking the hollow earth, because what's in the hollow earth is gonna come over here. Every species, every plant, it's all being transformed. That's why there was a woman that had a dream. That video that I talked about with Khalil or Kala, again Khalil. I'm sorry, for butchering your name, brother. But he mentioned he was talking about a video that he was reacting to, that a woman was having this dream about what's going to happen to this planet and what's going to happen to these people, you know, and the UFOs coming here and they look like us. And the earth herself was taking people that are not spiritually in tune with themselves and low vibration, and obviously eating all of their stuff, all the cars and buildings and stuff, because they're all going to go underground. So since the earth is moving, she's moving, new stuff is coming out, you know. They even told you that there's a mud volcano. There's no such thing as a fucking mud volcano. The reason they make that is because what is it? The reason they talk about that is because new land masses are coming up. All right, new land masses are coming, new ones and old ones, basically. You know, so there's that. So, anyways, guys, that's really it. That's all I really want to talk about. I'll put the other video that I talked about soon on my YouTube, and then I'll put this one soon after that. So, thank you guys for watching. Take care. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. That's really it that I want to talk about. Just once I'm gonna eat, that, smoke, chill, and meditate. So, I'll see you guys later. Be safe, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video, with anyone, and also tell me what you guys think about everything that I said in this video. So I'll see you guys and take care.